Good morning students. Today video is going to see zero order reactions. Okay, the integrated rate law for a zero order reaction. A reaction in which the rate is independent of the concentrations of the constant or a wide range of concentration is called as zero order reactions. Okay, such reactions are rare. Let us consider the following hypothetical zero order reactions. Okay, the a reactant and product. Okay, this the rate law can be written as rates equal to rate constant k a power 0. A power 0 is called zero order reaction. A power 1 is called first order reactions. So they apply these equations. Minus dA by dt is equal to k a power 1 is equal to 1, so k into 1. So minus dA is equal to k dt. Okay, the integrate the above equations between the limits substitutions a naught to 0 and a naught to a naught means reactant and 0 means time and a at some later time t. Okay, a naught to a and 0 to t. So minus integrations a naught to a dA, a naught to a dA and minus k of integration 0 to t dt. So they apply this equations limit substitutions minus a naught by a naught power a is equal to k t 0 to 1. So a naught minus a is equal to kt. Okay, so k is equal to a naught minus a by t. These equations from a straight line y is equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c means the straight slope lines. So yes, a plot of versus time gives a straight line with a slope of minus k. So and y is equal to intercept of a naught. For examples for zero order reactions, photochemical reactions between H2 and I2, H2 added chlorine, reaction to 2HCl, 2 hydrochloric acid. Okay, then second one, for example, decomposition of N2O on hard platinum surface, N2O gases, double reactions, the equilibrium reactions, N2 and a half oxygen. Okay, and then ionization of acetone in acid medium is zero order with respect to iodine. So CH3 COCH3 and I2 reacted and CH3 COCH3 plus hydrogen iodide. Okay, the rate K is equal to CH3 COCH3 H plus. This is the zero order reactions for example. The next one discuss half-life period of a reactions. The half-life period of a reaction is defined as the time required for the reactant concentrations to each one half its initial value. For a first order reactions, the half-life is a constant that is does not depends on the initial concentrations. Okay, this is the half-life period. So the rate constant for a first order reaction k is equal to 2.303 by t log of a naught by a. So t value substitutions t 1 by 2. So a value substitutions a naught by 2. So substituting these equations, k is equal to 2.303 by t 1 by 2 log of a naught by a naught by 2. A naught by 2 means a value substitutions. So k is equal to 2.303 by t 1 by 2. The log of a naught cancel into 2. So log 2 value, constant value 0.3010. Log 2 constant value. Okay, so k is equal to 2.303 into 0.3010 divided by t1 by 2. So is equal to 0.6932. Okay, t1 by 2 is equal to 0.6932 by k. This is the first order reactions of half-life period. First order reactions of half-life period. The next zero order reactions of half-life period. Zero order reactions of half-life period. Let us calculate the half-life period of zero order reactions. So half-life period rate constant K is equal to A naught minus A by T. So T is equal to T1 by 2, A is equal to A naught by 2. So K is equal to A naught by 2 minus divided by T1 by 2. So reciprocal formula 2A naught minus A naught by 2 1 by 2. So 2A naught minus A naught divided by 2T1 by 2 is equal to K. So A naught 2K is equal to T1 by 2. Okay, A naught by 2K is equal to 2 1 by 2. This is this equation. Hence the constant to the half-life of a first order reactions, the half-life of a zero order reaction is directly proportional to the initial concentrations of the reactant. Okay, the one examples discuss the first order reactions 8 hours for 90% completions. Calculate the time required for 80% completion. Log 5 is equal to 0.6989. Log 10 is equal to 1. So the first order reactions K is equal to 2.303 by T log of A naught by A. So let A naught is equal to 100 M, then T is equal to T 90%. So A is equal to 10 M, given that 90% is equal to 8 hours. So T is equal to 8. T is equal to 80% is equal to K is equal to 20 ml. Okay, this is the apply this equations. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T 8% log of 100 divided by 20. So T 8% 2.303 by K log of 5 value 100 divided by 20, they cancel 5. So log 5. So log 5, find the values K using the given data. So K is equal to 2.303 by T 90% log of 100 divided by 10. 100 divided by 10 is equal to 10. Okay, so K 2.303 divided by 88 hours log 10. So log 10 is equal to 1. So K is equal to 2.303 divided by 8 hours into 1. So substituting the values of K in equations. Substituting equations 2. So T 80% is equal to 2.303 divided by 2.303 by 8 hours log 5. Log 5 values, this constant 0.6989. 2.303 cancel. So 8 hours into log 5 value 0.6981. Log 10 value 1. So 1 into 0.6989, 0.6989. Okay. And T 80% is equal to 5.59 hours. The second one, continuation, collision theory. Collision theory was proposed independently by Max Trist in 1916 and William Lewis in 1918. This theory is based on the kinetic theory of gases. According to this theory, chemical reactions occurs as a result of collision between the reacting molecules. Let us understanding this theory by considering the following reactions. A2 added to B2, the reactions to 2AB. So A2 plus B2 reaction to AB. This is the product. Okay. This is the product. Then see this graph. If we consider that the reaction, this is the x-axis of potential energy and y-axis the reaction progress, and the reactant is the product. This is the EA value. Okay, this is the EA value. Okay. EA value, active energy. Okay, the reactant to product, the EA means active energy, and x-axis reaction progress, and y-axis potential energy. If we consider that reactions between A2 to B2 molecular produces through collisions between them, then the rate would be proportional to the number of collision per second. So rate directly proportional to number of molecules colliding per liter per second. The number of collisions is directly proportional to the concentrations of both A2 and B2. The collision rate proportional A to B2. The collision rate is equal to Z A to B2. The Z is constant. Okay, Z is constant. The collisions rate in gases can be calculated from kinetic theory of gases for a gas at room temperature and 1 atmosphere pressure. So each molecule undergoes approximately 10 power 9 collision per second, that is 1 collision in 10 to the power of minus second. Thus, if every collision resulting in reactions, the reactions would be complete 10 to the power of minus second. In actual practice, this does not happen. It implies that all collisions are not effective to lead to the reactions. In order to react, the colliding molecules must possess a minimum energy called activation energy. The molecules that collide with less energy than activation energy will remain in fact and no reaction occurs. Okay, the fractionals of effective collisions F is given by the following expressions. So the collisions formula F is equal to e power minus EA by RT. To understand the magnitude of collision factor F, let us calculate the collision factor for a reactions having activation energy of 100 Kelvin joule per mole at 300 Kelvin. So 100 into 10 to the power of 3 joule per mole. So 8.314 joule Kelvin per mole into 300 Kelvin. So F is equal to e power EA by RT. EA values 100 into 10 to the power of 3 joule per mole. Okay, this is out of 10 to the power 18 collisions, only 4 collisions are sufficiently energetic to convert reactants to product. This fractional of collision is further reduced due to orientations factor. Okay, that is, even if reactor collide with sufficient energy, they will not react unless the orientations of the reactant molecules is suitable for the formations of the transition state. Okay, thank you, student.